Welcome back to another episode of Off the Ice with Rowan Iwaniuk. Again, James is not here today, so we did an Off the Ice podcast instead. We'll start with a little bit of... I have a special guest here today. But before we get into that, talk about a little bit of the hockey world. Western Michigan came and they won the national championship Sunday night. They beat Boston University 6-2. So first time in school history they won a national championship. So that's real cool to see a Michigan team come through. But yeah, our guest today is Miss Asmus. Miss Asmus, how are you doing?
Great. It's been a great day.
Really?
It has been
a
great day. I got to spend my morning with the incoming freshmen at the reality store at Ringlarger.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, it was great. I sold clothes.
Clothes?
Mm-hmm. I was at the clothing booth.
Oh, cool. Mm-hmm. Cool. Well, we'll get right into it. We'll jump right in.
Okay.
So, you're the principal here at
the
high school.
I am.
So, tell everybody a little bit about
principal.
yourself.
So, I was born, raised in Niles. I graduated from Niles High School in 1992, 1992. We're the class of 92. Ooh, we got the spirit. I went to Michigan State for undergrad. I transferred halfway through my junior year, went to BGSU in Bowling Green, Ohio. And I started teaching in inner city Toledo. Taught there for 3 years. Absolutely loved it. But I was in love with one of my high school flames. So, moved back here and married Jason. Started teaching at Howard Ellis, second grade. Taught for 4 years. Got my master's in administration. Our assistant principal was leaving for maternity leave at the time. And I wanted to interview. I didn't want somebody that I wasn't happy with to be my boss. I wasn't ready at that point. I wanted to teach for many more years and have children, but the opportunity came up, and like I said, I didn't want my words at the time were some jerk to be my boss.
Right.
So became the assistant principal at Ellis, and remember a lot of you from those days. Yeah, then Mrs. Garrard retired, and I became the principal.
There you go.
And then I came here in 2021, December 21,
yeah,
January
my freshman
22.
year.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah. So what made you want to get into education?
Oh, I've always liked working with children. Always. At family gatherings, I was with the kids. I liked babysitting. I never thought of anything else. I had a teacher here, Dave Crouch, was my psychology teacher, and he went to Michigan State. He encouraged me to go into education. There was never a time I wanted to do something else. I did want to be a bus driver. Forgot about that. When I was very young, I wanted to be a bus driver. But other than that, it's just been teaching forever. That's
cool. That's cool. Cool story.
Yeah.
So you kind of said you picked up on why you ended up here at the
it's Dr. Applegate's
high school. Oh, really?
It is. Mm-hmm. He put a bug in my ear about a year before we knew that Molly Brawley was retiring. And at first, I just laughed at him. And then I found myself thinking about it more and more. And then one day I was driving down the road it was downtown somewhere. And I saw two kids on the side of the road. And of course, I craned my neck to see if I knew them. I didn't know them, but I thought at the time, well, if I worked at the high school, I bet I would know who those kids are. And that's when I knew that I was really interested.
Really?
So I started talking a little bit more to Mrs. Brawley about it, and we talked all the time anyway, but yeah, and I love it. It exhausts me, but I love it.
You love it.
Yeah.
That's important to love what you do.
Love what I do, and I love the people that I work with. We have amazing teachers.
Yeah.
Yep.
We do.
They love you. They care about every one of you.
Everybody. Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Underappreciated.
Yeah. So what's your favorite part of the job?
My favorite part of the job is when I was principal in elementary, it was just seeing kid and a teacher, just seeing the kids make that connection. Like, for example, I'll never forget, in Toledo, I was teaching first grade, and it was towards the beginning of the year, and we were doing our small group reading circles, and I said, we get the book out, and I said to a student whose name was Jordan, I said, go ahead, Jordan, go ahead and read. And he looked at me and he said, I don't know how to read. And I said, well, just try to tell me what those words are. And he did. And the look on his face, and clearly that was, 28 years ago.
Right.
I'll never forget that. But just seeing the connections being made. But now with you older children, it is seeing you find being able to do what you love to do.
Right.
Either in a class, a trade, or on the court or the field. Just seeing you in your element, in the variety of things you can do at a high school, I absolutely love that.
Right. Yeah. And that's what I love most about high school is there's so many options, especially at Niles, because I talk to a lot of people, and I'll tell them all the things I do here, and they go, well, we don't have that. We don't have, share time with everybody else. So there's a lot you can do here at Niles.
We are very fortunate at Niles Community Schools to have so many options. Dr. Birdsfield and I, no joke, we're just talking about this 5 minutes before I came down here. So, yeah.
It's so diverse, and it's cool because almost everything is offered here.
Right.
And if it's not,
we'll find
you
it.
guys find a way to.
Right. Mrs. George, she'll find something for you.
Yeah. Well, moving right along.
Okay.
You kind of already touched on it, but how do you want to leave an impression on the students you teach or the students that you administrate?
I think I want them to remember how I treated them. We might not always see eye to eye on things, but I will always treat students with respect. And our students give that right back. Just walking through our halls, which I like to be in as much as I can. Just that conversation or passing by a smile or a, hey, what did you do? How was that? Just, how I treated them, I guess. Yeah. That's how I can best sum it up.
And respect means a lot to a lot of people.
Yeah. You all deserve it. You deserve it. And I know if I give it, I hope to get it back.
Right.
And also confidence. Like we said, there's so many things that you will find something here. And I hope that I instill that confidence in whatever it is you want. We're here to help you get that.
Right. Absolutely. What do you want to see more of in the high school? You said confidence, respect.
Yeah. So I thought about this. This is tough because you guys are great. I think I would love to see a little bit more of a stronger work ethic from my kids, and that motivation. Again, like we said, there's so many opportunities.
Yeah.
But you have to put in the work. And sometimes I'll just say, you got to play the game for a while. Right. And if you can play that game when you're in 9th and 10th grade, then so many doors open for you when you are an upperclassman. So just, you have to really do nothing to not do well here because our teachers will bend over backwards to help you out. But you've got to put forth some effort. We have
so many after-school things like study table, and there's so many ways to help yourself.
Yes.
And I think a lot of what I see, like you mentioned, is a lot of it's you got to put yourself first, and you got to take that extra step for yourself because other people won't do it for you.
Right.
They'll try, and they'll give you options, but you have to do it yourself.
Right. And it's a good lesson to learn.
Right.
For when you are an adult, you have to advocate for yourself, and you owe yourself the best.
Yeah,
you're worth it.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, 100%. So you were my mom's boss for years.
I worked with your mother.
Yeah, worked with my mom, was my mom's boss, all of the above. So we've known each other forever.
We have.
I've known the boys forever.
Yeah, the boys, yes.
And how do you think the boys, Dane and Vaughn,
Vaughn.
How do you think they think that you, as a principal, how do you think they
What do you think?
How'd they take it?
Oh.
When they found out you were coming to be their principal for another 4 years.
Yeah, they were okay. I'm not going to cramp their style in any way. No.
Right.
Nope. They were fine. They're absolutely fine. Yeah, they were fine. Dane said, "I'm proud of you."
Yeah. Are you going to miss seeing Dane around the school?
Well,
Seeing him
always
every day?
miss seeing that handsome face. Yes, but not in a sad way, because I'm so excited about his next step.
Yeah.
He is very ready to be a man and do all kinds of mature things and get out into the workforce and make money.
Yeah.
So I'm thrilled for his next step. This was just one of the milestones in the long journey.
Yeah. How much longer do you think you'll be a principal?
So I was just reminded that this is my 25th year at Niles, and I would like to work until I'm done with 30 years. I'd love to be able to see Vaughn through.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know, maybe stick with it or go back into the classroom for a few years. Yeah.
If you were to go back, if you were to go back in the teaching, what would you do?
That's really tough because I've fallen in love with these older kids. So I don't know. I am open to almost anything.
Cross that bridge when you get to
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, these other questions were for the American podcast, but I guess I'll ask them anyway.
What's the America podcast?
So it's the other podcast that James Phillips and I do.
Oh, okay.
But James isn't here today.
He's not. Mm-mm.
So I made my own.
Okay.
Which is Off the Ice.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm ready for them.
What's your favorite thing to do for the 4th of July?
My favorite thing to do is to buy matching-ish T-shirts for the four of us, the Asmuses, which for the last probably 5 years, only I have worn. Because we're here, there, and everywhere. I don't see somebody in the morning, or
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Or the three boys don't wear shirts. So yeah, that's my favorite thing to do is shopping for the shirts that we're not going to wear.
That Dane and Vaughn don't wear during the summer anyway.
Right. Yeah.
So that kind of went along with your favorite 4th of July traditions as well.
That would be watching fireworks.
Yep.
No matter where we are. We used to take Fletcher family vacations around 4th of July. So we have all watched fireworks in Gatlinburg. We have watched fireworks at Kitty Hawk and the Outer Banks. My favorite place to watch fireworks is on Little Twin Lake with my family.
Yep. That lake is fun.
Yeah.
Dane and I fished it a lot this
winter.
winter.
We like having guests, yes.
Yep.
But you do know there are no fish in that lake, though, right? Oh, no. No fish in that lake. That was declared like 3 years ago. There's no fish in this lake, Mom. So every time a fish gets caught, I remind the Asmus boys, there's no fish in this lake. What are you talking about?
Like that pike I caught?
Yeah. Just like it. Yeah.
And that 40-incher I saw swim under the hole while Dane and I were out there,
There's no fish there.
There's no fish
I don't know what
there.
you were seeing.
Well, I think that's it.
Okay.
So
good work. Thank you.
Thank you for being on the podcast. And
anytime. I hope I don't know. You were supposed to bring the fun.
The fun?
Yeah.
I've been busy.
Oh. When you're busy, you're not fun.
Well, you heard I won second runner-up.
Yes, I did. Yeah. I have not seen you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm sitting with royalty.
With royalty.
Where's your crown?
We didn't get a crown. We just got a banner. So.
Where is your banner?
In my truck.
Okay, but hang on to that.
I will.
All right.
I won't ever lose it in my truck, so that's why it's there.
Good idea. I can't wait to hear about that experience.
Yeah,
I think someone should interview you about this whole process.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
Because both the guys and the girls that are on the court they're great already. So.
Okay, who is Mr. Blossom Time? What city is this person
Ross. From? He's from Stevensville.
Okay, I don't know Ross.
No, he's a junior.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, a youngin'.
Yep.
Well, that's going to be a great experience. You will have a lot of memories from that.
I'm excited.
Totally forgot I was with royalty.
No worries. I forget sometimes.
Well, that means you won't get a big head.
Right.
You have to keep it real, Rowan.
Yeah. So, well, thank everybody for listening to the podcast.
And watching.
Yes.
Yeah.
Go check this out on YouTube as well at NHS Multimedia Productions.
Okay. Good.
So-
Great work.
Yeah. All
Thank
right.
you.
We'll see you guys later. And as always, go Vikes
Go Vikes.
and go Hawks.